Honestly, it can be hard to deal with people. They lie, cheat, and act like they're only out to get you. Being silent makes life harder, but guess what? Dealing with all kinds of people is part of life's big test. The Stoic philosopher and king Marcus Aurelius told us to be kind to people and patient with them. He thought that interacting with others, understanding them, and working with them was what we were here to do. So what's the big picture for not letting the tough parts of human nature get the best of us? This episode is all about using Stoicism to not only deal with the people in our lives, but also to really thrive in them. We'll talk about everything from how to handle difficult situations to how to keep your cool when someone is bothering you. These timeless Stoic strategies will help you deal with the chaos, not avoid it. Instead, learn how to move through it with grace and strength. These are real-life strategies that will help you not only deal with other people's quirks, but also get the most out of your interactions with them. People who practice Stoicism tend to live happier and more fulfilling lives. This ancient philosophy isn't just about dealing with problems. It's also about finding joy and staying focused on satisfaction in the midst of life's inevitable ups and downs. If you want to join this esteemed group, it's important to keep your mind on these teachings. This trip we're going on together isn't just about solving problems. It's about changing the way you live your life and finding a deeper level of happiness. Now, you're ready to deal with people problems. Taking the Stoic approach means not caring what other people think. Imagine you're on a stage with hundreds of eyes on you, your heart racing as you prepare to deliver a speech that you've put a lot of thought into and that you strongly believe in. But there's a voice in your head that keeps telling you to worry about how people will react to it. Will they like it? Will they dislike it? Performing "Please admire me." In our daily lives, we often find ourselves in this stage, wanting the applause and approval of an audience we may never meet. This need forces us into a silent struggle, a tug of war between being ourselves and playing to the gallery for approval. It's a conflict. Marcus Aurelius reminded us many years ago that seeking fame or praise from others is a pursuit that is separate from our reality and presence. He said, "We love ourselves more than other people, but we care about their opinion more than our own." Marcus Aurelius wrote this in his Being Honest writings. It shows how ironic it is that we seek approval from others more than we seek peace and happiness within ourselves. You can't just flip a switch and go down this new path. It's more like growing a garden. You have to feed your confidence, water your self-worth, and sometimes pull out the bad stuff. Every day you'll face challenges, but each challenge comes with a choice. Ask yourselves, am I living for other people or for myself? It's about being true to what you believe and what you stand for. To be honest, every morning when the sun rises through your window, it's a reminder that you'll meet all sorts of people, even the sneaky ones who twist words and the bad ones who enjoy other people's problems. It's like walking into a maze full of mirrors that reflect different people. But here's the deal. These encounters aren't meant to bring you down. They're your chance to shine, to stand firm in your honesty like a lighthouse in the middle of a storm. Being true to yourself and others is your armor. It's not just about avoiding the arrows of deceit. It's about not letting those arrows change who you are. You might wonder why it's a lighthouse that shines through the fog of lies like a warm guiding light. Think about what that light could do for someone lost in the darkness, helping them find their way. Even though it can be hard, remember that gems are valued for how rare they are. By being honest, you're not only protecting your peace, you're also showing that truth and integrity do have a place in this world. So let's make honesty one of our strategies, not because it's easy, but because it's right. It's how we build a life that's not just about getting through the day, but about thriving with purpose every honest moment. If you're having a bad day, maybe you spilled coffee on your favorite shirt, missed an important call, or someone said something that hurt a little too much, don't take it personally. It's easy to let these things get to you and feel upset or targeted, but here's a secret from the Stoic playbook. Do not take it. Do not take it personally. Everyone has problems, distractions, and bad days. When someone acts out or messes up, it's usually more about them than it is about you. Keep this in mind because it could change the game. Think of a time when you lost it or did something wrong. Were you trying to hurt someone? Probably not. You were probably just angry, stressed, or not able to think straight. As humans, we've all been there. When we admit our flaws, we open the door to empathy. Instead of getting frustrated or angry when others fail, we can choose to understand. This doesn't just ease the stress, it builds it. Bridges. The next time someone says something mean or makes a mistake, take a moment to think, have I ever been in their shoes? It's likely that you have. This shift in perspective isn't just about giving others a break, it's also about improving your own peace of mind. It helps you stay centered, calm, and most importantly, connected to those around you. Adopting this Stoic approach doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means choosing a path of people who are patient stand out, because they know that every day they are thrown into a whirlwind of chaos where everyone is rushing, cutting corners, or just trying to get ahead without thinking about the consequences. It's easy to get caught up in all of that and lose sight of who we are and what we stand for, but that's where patience comes in. When we choose patience, we're not just reacting, we're taking control. Being the calm center of a storm where everything else is crazy and uncertain is like this. The question now is, why does this matter in a world that values quick fixes? The quick answer. Being patient sets you apart like a lighthouse in the fog. It shows that you're strong, honest, and most importantly, that you know that good things and real progress take time. This isn't about letting people walk all over you. It's about knowing your path and your worth, and having the inner strength to stick to it even when everything else is moving quickly. It's about giving situations and people the time they need to show you what they're made of. Take a deep breath and tell yourself that. Be a good example. Now is your chance to learn patience and be that calm person in a world that is always trying to upset you. Remember that it's the little things that happen every day that make us into people who are not only admired, but also truly respected. How to win is to be patient. Let's accept your quiet strength, which says a lot about who you are and the amazing difference you can make in the world. Let's master it and show everyone how powerful it is to be patiently strong. As you walk down the street, someone helps an elderly person with their groceries without saying a word. That person has sent a powerful message. That's the heart of Stoicism. Action over words. It's about being that person whose simple actions inspire others. It's not about shouting your beliefs from the rooftops. It's about living them so clearly that others can't help but notice and feel. In being a living example of the virtues you believe in will inspire those around you to be kind and wise. In a world full of distractions, this is more important than ever. It's easy to get lost in the noise and follow the crowd, but think of what would happen if you chose to be a beacon of positivity and strength by living by the principles of Stoicism. You're not only making your own life better, you're also paving the way for others. This choice to stay calm in tough situations and be kind when others might not adds value to your life and the lives of those around you. So what's the first step? It starts with little decisions. As a Stoic, remember that being grateful for the little things and facing challenges with a calm and steady heart are not about perfection, but about progress. Every step you take toward living out your values is a step toward becoming a more valued member of your circle, inspiring others to do the same. You'll find a deeper happiness not from receiving praise, but from seeing the progress others make. Many of us are tired of the noise, the negativity, and yes, the haters. Those views can be loud at times. There will always be people who tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't do this, that you won't make it. But the Stoics taught us a secret that works just as well today as it did hundreds of years ago. Tune them out. Imagine having an invisible shield that lets all that negativity bounce off of it. What really matters? Because what really matters is what you do, what you choose, and how you act. As you walk along your path, the chaos around you doesn't affect your focus. It's kind of like Cicero's joke about K living as if he were in Plato's Republic instead of the Drags of Romulus. He didn't let the corruption and hopelessness of his time affect his actions. Instead, he focused on what was right and ignored the chaos around him. Think about that when everything around you seems to be falling apart and hope seems lost. It's not about ignoring or acting like the world's troubles don't exist. It's about taking responsibility for what you can change, your honesty, your behavior, and how you deal with problems. Marcus Aurelius said it best. If you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. Being indifferent isn't the point. The point is to be focused on being the best version of yourself no matter what's going on around you. Do these stern things. This is a very important step. To tune out the haters, not with pride or lack of knowledge, but with a deep understanding of how much you're worth. It's not the chaos around you or other people's views that make you valuable. It's what you do, what you choose, and how committed you are to doing what's right, even when it's be full of love, hard. In the 21st century, to live like a Stoic means to be valued not for the praise or approval you receive, but for the goodness of your character and the actions that speak louder than words. Let's keep moving forward, ignoring the haters and focusing on what really matters. Be full of love. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to light up a room when they walk in? It's like they bring a vibe or energy that's hard to ignore. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said that doing good makes you feel good. It's so easy, but so true. By genuinely caring about others and putting love out there, you create a ripple effect that makes you the person everyone wants to be around, not because you want attention, but because you're giving something valuable. Your love, time, and understanding. But let's be honest, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Face challenges, we get knocked down, and sometimes it feels easier to close off than to open up. But here's where the magic of Stoicism kicks in. It teaches us resilience, the strength to bounce back with even more love and compassion. It's like Seneca said, every person we meet is an opportunity to practice kindness. So when you're feeling low, when the world seems against you, that's the moment to lean in, to be even more generous with your love. It's not about ignoring your feelings, but channeling them into positive actions that uplift not just you, but those around you. This strategy, being full of love, is not just about making others feel valued. It's about enriching your own life too. It's about building connections, about feeling a part of something bigger than yourself. When you put love out into the world, it has a way of coming back to you often, when you least expect it but need it the most. So, take a page out of the Stoic playbook. Choose to be a beacon of love and kindness. You'll be amazed at how much more valued you'll feel by others and, most importantly, by yourself. It's a journey worth taking, a path that leads to a more fulfilled, more connected life, and you don't have to wait. You can start that. Today, Journey is talking about love. Why not share the love? Click the like button and send this to someone who could use a gentle reminder. Let's keep the cycle of love and appreciation going today. Stop comparing yourself to others. Picture yourself scrolling through your phone, jumping from one profile to the next, looking at pictures of lives that look perfect. This is where we need to stop and take a deep breath. Theodore Roosevelt was right when he said that comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, you're setting yourself up to fail. It's like running a race while looking sideways. It slows you down and makes you more likely to trip over your own feet. Remember that the only person you should try to be better than is yourself. Yesterday, we looked at Marcus Aurelius's words and decided to dig a little deeper. He asks us to think about the foolishness of envying someone else's life, without knowing the struggles they are going through. It's simple to feel envious of the CEO's success, and forget the hard work they put in to get there. Change the words and think about this. If you lost everything and changed into someone else, you might start to envy the life you have now. This shift in view is a powerful tool. It's not about having the best of everything, but about making the most of what you do have. Seneca's reference to Epicurus's "enough will never be enough" brings this idea home. Enough will never be enough for the person to whom enough is too little. Being content isn't about settling for less. It's about appreciating what you already have in a world that is always telling us to want more. This Stoic concept tells us to enjoy the present moment. Take a moment to look around, and you'll find peace within. Value yourself more than anything else, not in terms of comparison. Love your family and friends, love the people you care about. Have you ever put off calling or texting someone because you said you'd do it tomorrow, only to find that tomorrow never comes? That's a hard lesson to learn. A lot of us learn the hard way. Stoicism is an old philosophy that is just as useful today as it was back then. It teaches us a very important lesson. Memento mori means, remember that you will die. But it's not just about remembering our own deaths. It's also about realizing that everyone we care about is also on borrowed time. Imagine how much more meaningful our relationships would be if we lived each day as if it were our last chance to tell someone we love, appreciate, or forgive them. Think about the last time you talked to someone close to you. Did you end on good terms? Or did you leave ugly words hanging in the air? Stoicism pushes us gently but strongly. Don't go to bed mad because life is so short. Next thing you know, you're wishing you had one more chance to say what really mattered. This isn't about living in fear. It's about living with intention. To cherish your loved ones, you have to make the most of the present moment, forgive quickly, love fiercely, and never miss a chance to tell them how much you care. So instead of getting lost in the chaos of our daily lives, let's take a moment to think about who makes our lives more interesting. Take a moment to remember that these connections are what count in the big picture of life. Let's not wait for a harsh warning of our own demise to start loving the people who are most important to us, Mimo. Even so, let that make us want to live and love more with every breath we take as we end our journey through Stoic wisdom, especially when it comes to managing the rough waters of human relationships. Remember that your power lies in how you think and what you do. If today's lessons from Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic way have given you better ways to deal with people, why not use them? Now is the time to mark your progress by clicking the like button. If you know someone who is facing similar problems, sharing this could give them the push they need. Let's reinforce what we've learned today. Leave a message saying, "I am growing every day," as proof of your dedication to personal growth and navigating your relationships with grace and Stoic kel. It's a simple affirmation, but it has a strong message. To grow, understand, and solve problems with a little more knowledge and a lot less friction. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, dude.